Happy hump day, everyone. I'm Ryan Ayers, and you are currently on air. And now that the NFC and AFC championship games are set, I want to touch on a topic that I hit up a little bit several weeks ago when it was about the midway point of the NFL season, when we heard about the ratings for these games throughout the regular season were basically tanking. And you come to the end of the regular season and you see the first couple weeks of the NFL playoffs and you start to understand why. And this is coming from a diehard sports fan. Anybody else out there just getting tired and bored with the NFL? Almost every drive, there's an instant replay. Play has to be stopped. Almost every drive, there's several penalties on the offense or the defense, or a third down conversion takes place. Oh, no. Or a touchdown. Oh, no. There's a flag. Play has to be called back. We saw that final game of the playoffs in the divisional round last weekend with Pittsburgh and Kansas City in that little bit of a rain fest that was moved back from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Andy Reid had issues with the holding call on Fisher there at the end, and it was kind of a 50-50 coin flip. But I'm just getting to the point where I'm utterly bored, like I said, and it's got a lot to do with all the stoppage in the action and a lot of these guys being pulled out for a play or more because of potential concussion protocol. But then in the end, as we saw last weekend as well, some players are just brought back in after sitting out only one play. But at some point, you have to have the human element come back into play and get entertainment back in to the NFL, because it has become literally the no-fun league because of Roger Goodell and what I want to call all of his sanctions he's put on. It's kind of pathetic that you have to wait until the 7th game of the NFL playoffs, supposed to be the most competitive league in all of the world in professional sports, and it takes 7 games to finally get an exciting football game. And I'm talking about the Green Bay Dallas Cowboys game. I'm sure Cowboys fans, the 100,000 that were there and watching around the United States, were not entertained with Aaron Rodgers showing off why he is possibly the most skilled quarterback of all time. If you're talking about a guy that wants to get out of the pocket or in the pocket or do whatever he wants around the football field, the guy can just lay one on a line and a dime. And you saw that with Jared Cook's catch to set up the game-winning field goal. It just, amazes you every single time out, basically. You don't think he can get any better. And he just puts you to basically asleep, especially if you're in the Midwest and you're a Bears or Lions or Vikings fan. He will put some of you fans to sleep, and you won't even want to watch football anymore when he's on the field. But Game 7 and the rest of them leading up to that were just all blowouts. And at some point, you want to see some consistency with this league and be entertained. You want to see some great finishes. And it's just getting to the point where I'm falling asleep some of these games and realizing, yes, the talent is there, but really college football on Saturdays is where it's at in the fall. You're always going to find something that keeps you glued to your seat. And in the NFL right now, I'm almost to the point when this Super Bowl hits, if it is a New England championship like everyone is expecting, it's just kind of getting to the point where there's really no reason to watch. And the other thing I want to touch on is the drama, the self-made drama. After that Pittsburgh-Kansas City game that I made mention of just a few minutes ago, Antonio Brown just seems like he's an ignorant dude. I like him. He seems like he's got a great personality. I don't even think when he was posting that Facebook Live video that he even was listening to Coach Tomlin, what he was talking about. He was just kind of self-indulging himself around his Facebook Live feed or whatever that actually went out to. And so you're just basically throwing your coach under the bus, and you really don't even know that you're doing it. I think he was so involved in looking pretty for the camera that now it's turned into a massive drama, something that was never supposed to get out there, of Coach Tomlin speaking a little bit negatively of their situation and the Patriots game coming up. So NFL has always got to be about no fun on the field, it seems like nowadays, and all this drama like Antonio Brown off of it. And all New England's going to do now is just pile drive the Steelers because of that. You know how karma works out and all of professional sports. So good luck to Pittsburgh this coming weekend in that slugfest. That'll probably be an utter beatdown when it's all said and done Sunday night. And with that, we'll let you know you've just been on air, and I am Ryan Ayers.